Let me welcome everybody to the Process Automation Live. We're on episode 2 of this new Process Automation Live series. And today we're specifically focusing on process automation in the healthcare and medical sector. And so we're going to be speaking to our special guest today specifically about some customers in healthcare and pharma. So I'll introduce myself to begin with. My name is Mickey Ferrance, and I'm currently in marketing at BonitaSoft. But in a former life, I worked in business process management as an engineering manager in the aerospace sector. So I have a bit of experience before BonitaSoft, and I've been at BonitaSoft since the beginning. And I'm delighted to be able to host this webinar today with one of our partners, a representative from one of our partners. And we have with us today Hari Alla, who's the Associate Director of BPM Solutions at Evoke Technology. And so I'd like to right now turn it right over to Hari and ask Hari, would you tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us a little bit about Evoke Technologies?
Yeah, definitely. Good morning and good evening, everyone, wherever you are located. First of all, thanks, Mickey, for having me here and giving this opportunity to share my experience with Bonita Digital Platform. So myself, Hari Alla, I'm practice director at Evoke Technologies. Have been working with Bonita Digital Platform since 2014. And I have implemented multiple solutions to in variety of the verticals like ranging from manufacturing, pharma, and financial domain. And I'm happy to share my experience, especially as as today's point agenda is process automation in pharma and healthcare. I would be happy to share my experience implementing Bonita Digital Platform as a process automation tool. I would be happy to share my experience.
Cool. Before we go into the details about what you've done, maybe I can do a quick introduction to what Bonita is, just to give everybody a structure about what we're talking about and the tool that you actually put into place with these customers. So Bonita is a digital process application platform, and it has multiple elements that allow folks to create online projects or applications for business processes. It has Bonita Studio, which is a graphic visual process mapping tool, and that's connected to a user interface design tool and a process engine. And so the process engine can be integrated through extensions to connect with other software, with applications, with platforms, and so forth, including proprietary and even highly domain-specific software. And you'll hear a little bit about that from Hari, I hope. And then the Bonita engine itself also serves up responsive user interfaces for end users. So end users can use the application, and it also provides process and business data through dedicated platforms for systems admins, and process managers. So that's a quick overview of what Bonita is. So when Hari explains using Bonita, I hope that makes a little bit more sense. So let's bump back over to Hari. And Hari, tell us a little bit about what you did with your healthcare customer. By the way, I didn't mention this at the beginning. I'll mention it now that we can't actually mention either of the two customers that Hari worked with recently by name. But if we did, you would recognize who they are. So we're going to leave them anonymous. Hari, why don't you tell us a little bit about the project that you did with the was it clinical research?
That's correct, Mickey. So we have implemented the Bonita Digital Platform to a couple of customers in pharma and healthcare. So one is being, as you said, a clinical research company. They run, clinical trials and they do drug discovery operations. So I'll speak more about, so we can speak more about this use case, what were the challenges and we implemented. And coming to the, the second customer, they were into, the building a product for GXP practices. If you understand GXP in pharma space, it's a good practices for you to which ensures drug safety, right from drug research, manufacturing, delivery, and distribution. In all these phases of drug drug life cycle, these GXP practices ensures the compliance, drug safety, from the as per FDA regulations, right? So,
Right.
so these are the two customers we implemented Bonita digital platform, and it was very successful. I would be happy to share, so we can go in detail of the use cases and explain how what we did exactly.
So can you tell us a little bit about when you came in to work with the clinical research, the drug discovery project, when you came in as a consultant to work on that project, what were you looking at? What were the conditions? What was their issue that you came in to help with?
Right. So yeah, so especially for this clinical research customer, the problem was, so let me step back and take you back to a little bit, around 2015. That's the time frame that we engaged with this customer. The problem was, so being in clinical research company, so uh, they have few thousands of scientists who actually run day-to-day clinical trials. As when you speak about clinical trials, the kind of activities that they do is they'll have the end users of these scientists are chemists and analysts, right? So what they do is they basically they'll have to run certain compound analysis. So assay request, it is in the pharma language they call it as assay request. So they'll have to do compound analysis, calculate compound characteristics, tissue analysis, protein analysis. Once they analyze all these different kinds of the characteristics of different compounds, once they have a formula for a drug, they'll have to study this drug onto how it is the efficiency of this drug onto living animals, right? So they have multiple operations across their business research domain. So the majority of these operations and day-to-day activities of these scientists were paper-based communications, right? A chemist draws a structure of a compound and asks for what is the characteristics of this compound, and so he sends information to another analyst, right? Analyst can be distributed and located in another location, right? So the communication was happening on paper, right? They were exchanging information through paper because of the the complexity of the compound structures involved. And also they were using majorly depending on email communications and entering data entry into spreadsheets. That's how the operations, majority of the operations, this has had become a bottleneck for the company, for this customer, right? So at enterprise level, what they thought was, let us adapt to a digital transformation, let's go paperless, right?
Right.
And that's how they wanted to scale the amount of study volume of studies and analysis that they are doing as part of their drug discovery trials. So this was the initiative that they have taken as part of digital transformation, and thanks to Bonita professional services team, so as part of their evaluation when they are doing this digital transformation, the customer has chosen the Bonita Soft as their digital transformation tool, right? um, so Bonita professional services team implemented very nice use case, implemented a prototype for the customer, and which went really well and successful. That's how. And then so because this prototype they need to implement to take it to production level and implement across multiple business divisions. That's how Bonita team introduced Evoke, being a premier partner and have very vast experience in implementing Bonita digital platform. That's how we got onboarded into this project and implemented for this customer.
So what we're seeing on the screen is an example of this. This fascinated me when I read about this use case. Um, you said the chemists actually had to draw by hand. It's not like you were integrating spreadsheet information. This was literally paper that had to be transformed into digital form and then integrated with other software that the lab was using, right, in
Right,
order to,
exactly.
to
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah, so
Um,
the point is, so when you speak about digital transformation, it's not just preparing a digital form for a paper, right? It will
right.
have multiple flavors of, the multiple flavors depending on the maturity model of the organization. For this customer, this was the core bottleneck food that they had. They were doing on the left side, what you see is the paper form. So on these papers, they used to write a digital structure. For this compound, they wanted to do certain characteristics analysis, and they sent this paper along with the compound in a clinical flask. to another location, to another scientist who is expert in running the analysis, right? And
Right.
so the analyst will send the response back and the results back to this customer through an email or in a spreadsheet, right? This was the majority of the communications that were happening. And then on the right side, what you see is the digital transformation. This is how it looks like, right? The paper on the way that they were drawing, so we had integrated with certain digital structure tools where a scientist can draw structure through this, on the right, in the right side screen you will see a palette panel where they can drag and drop certain compound structures, right? And they draw the digital structure and submit this form, and select certain fields and characteristics analysis that they want to run. There are a variety of data on that form, but the core thing is how we converted this paper-based exchange communication that was happening between chemist and analyst into a digital form with a digital drawing tools, right? That's the important
Mhm.
piece of this solution.
So you were able to use the extension features of the Bonita engine to connect this in this particular case, this digital drawing program with
Right,
Bonita.
exactly.
And how long did it take you to help this customer implement a usable application?
Yeah, so when we speak about prototype, usually, so when Bonita team built a prototype, it was the it was confined to a simplified use case, right? It didn't included certain complexities, or the real time things that were part of this process, drug discovery operations. So when we started expanding this prototype into a production grade solution, one of the important challenges that we had faced was, as Mickey, you are also pointing out, so digital transformation or a process automation in a pharma is way different from if you speak about manufacturing or a finance, right? Because finance and manufacturing, they are straightforward, the straightforward process automations. I will not simplify it by saying straightforward, or it's more of a system to system integrations that you might have. Probably you are integrating, you might need to pull the data from certain ERP system or a Salesforce system, but still they are softwares where you are connecting, right? They are the proper protocols are established, so your BPM tool or a process automation tool can easily communicate with these tools because there are proper protocols, contract are established. But when it comes to pharma, the important aspect that we need to understand is, in pharma, we use lot of proprietary tools, right? The
Right.
scientist will use their laboratory tools, different laboratory devices and different equipments, right? And
Mhm.
these are the the devices or the tools which produce information. This is where scientists are interacting day to day, which produce information, right? And when you are implementing process platform, your platform should be able to connect to these proprietary devices that they are there on the laboratories, right? If we are not able to integrate these two, the automation solution is not complete, right? So you will still live with partial automation. So this was the one of the challenge, and this was the primary challenge that they have faced. And so they actually used another BPM platform before coming to Bonita Soft, right? So, but they failed because that platform was rigid, not open, right? They were not able to establish connections to these laboratory tools that they were using, right? They tried and they failed actually. So that's the power of Bonita Soft. Bonita Soft is built on open source, languages like Java and Angular, right? So because of
Right.
its open source nature, it is easy to write your own JavaScript code and custom scripts into this platform and make your own tool, your own process automation platform. So this was the game changer for us in this customer. So we were able to plug these, whatever the digital tool on what you are seeing on the screen, it had their own plug-in JavaScript code that we were able to plug it into Bonita Soft because it is open for integrating with any kind of plugins. And we plugged in, and so we using Bonita UI designer, we basically developed this digital form. That was the game changer for this customer, and that's how we were successful.
And so I asked how long it took to do all of this. You started with quite a challenge to integrate all of these things. You were started with a proof of concept that was super simple, right? So you had to
Right.
really extend it quite a bit. How long did it take?
Yeah, so because of these challenges, so the point why I brought these challenges were because usually when you talk about process automation, we think that it is 6 weeks or 8 weeks we
Right.
can deliver it, because you design a process, you design a user interface, and there are approvals and you submit, the process runs, right? That's
It's
how
pretty
any
simple.
process automation that we typically think. But in pharma, being whatever the challenges that we have in this specific in this specific use case, the first solution, it almost took about 5 months, right? Which is almost, so
Half a year.
yeah, 5 to 6 months time frame,
Yeah.
because it's not this digitalization of this paper. So as part of this, as I was mentioning, the chemist was attaching this piece of paper to a clinical flask, and this clinical flask goes to an other analyst, right? Analysts
Physically.
need to take
Yeah.
out this paper and do it. So we had to put barcode scanners so that analyst will just do using barcode scanner. He will just scan it, the entire form gets populated, right? So we had to do digital structures drawing tool integration, we had to do barcode scanner integration, we had label printers because you need to generate the barcode using a label printers. So we had integrated
Oh,
to
right.
label printers.
Right.
So there were, in certain use cases, the analyst or scientists, when they are running these drugs, when they are testing these drugs onto animals, they use certain study log tools where,
Right.
so which are again proprietary to the research onto the animals, right? So we had to integrate these, send the data to these study log tools which are proprietary in that. So there are a lot of integrations involved which were very proprietary, not like standard protocols, right? So
Right.
that was the reason it took almost 5 months, on to take the first solution to go live. Once you were able to connect all these tools that they were using in these laboratories, right? The next series of solutions were like, it was very, because we established all these foundations, so we were able to deliver within 8 weeks of time frame, which is like, 6 to 8 weeks, not more than that. So today, so yeah, so we have delivered, most of the solutions with 6 to 8 weeks, but first
Hmm.
solution took almost 5 months.
And because of its complexity. But that's why it was
Exactly.
so interesting. I mean, that must have been really fun for the developing team, right? To be able
Right.
to
Yeah.
code all of that and make all of that work. What a fun challenge to have. I mean, they must have felt great when they did it. What kind of results did you see when you got this up and running at the customer?
Yeah, so today we have about, so about 22 laboratory, though we started in R&D division for this customer, slowly we expanded our process automations to their manufacturing division, their analytical science divisions, right? Total as of today we have about 22 to 24 processes running in production as of today, right? We started with one in 2015-16 time frame, which took almost 5 months, and then it was very fast. We delivered, almost, so every year we were delivering, so eight to nine applications into the production. Yeah, and so in terms of efficiency, so it it basically, so when they were doing this paper-based exchange, there was a huge communication loss. The structure as a
Right.
chemist that I write may not be able to decode properly by the analyst, right? Because it's all script, right? So there were a
Right.
lot of communication gaps. There was to and fro communications, right? So the ask for some test, but analyst does something else and send the results back. So I had to again correct it and send it back. There was a lot of to and fro communication. There was, the efficiency was very low. So at before digitalization of all these drug operations and clinical trials, they were hardly doing, so 3,000 requests, so in a month. Now 3,000 requests in the sense the analysis of different compound requests. But today, so they were able to submit close to, so 55, so requests or cases that we call, in a month. So it is almost like, so it multiplied by few, so in tens of times.
It must have completely changed their lives. I mean, to be able to not have to
Yeah.
communicate back and forth 10 times about what did you mean and just be able to see it right in front of you must have been. Are they happy? Are they
Oh,
happy with
yeah, yeah,
this,
yeah.
the
So,
chemists
so
and the
in a way,
analysts?
yeah. So typically, so in this case, they basically they did not scale up their chemists and analysts in their laboratories because they were under tremendous pressure to increase the volume of the tests that they are doing. So you can correlate to the current situation of COVID, right? So if you want to produce a drug, it takes at least 2 years of research and then manufacture
Right.
and then get into these drug safety measures and then deliver, right? So the important bottleneck in your drug discovery process is the amount of the volume of research that you can do. That the more the speed that you can do, the more the results that you can produce, you can take the decisions faster, right? So
Right.
was really bottleneck for them. So because they were able to increase the volume of the the research that they were doing on these compounds, their life has become really easy. They were able to get into multiple programs of this drug discovery, that they do for multiple serious diseases,
Right.
research that our customer do especially.
So yeah, I'm focused on, oh, they must have been happy, but really the end result is not just that the chemists and the chemical analysts are happy, but also that they're able to work more efficiently, get more research done, and of course the company is happy because that improves their time to market. So
Right,
yeah,
right,
it
right.
depends on what level you're at and what happiness means to you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're going to kind of wrap this up a little bit and move into our questions, if that's okay with you, Hari. Here's a question. I'm going to put it to you and not answer it myself. All right. Does Bonita require a full development team behind it to implement successfully?
So typically, so because for any process automation, it's not only Bonita Soft or pick up any process automation solution. The core, you need to have a minimum core team, right? This is the minimum
Right.
size of the team that you need to successfully deliver any process automation solution. Because
Yeah.
process automation is not like so taking up a few requirements and implementing few pages onto the screen, right? Because process automation involves understanding the way how the information is exchanged between the users, and what kind of systems are involved as part of this process is so execution, right? So we need to understand little beyond the interactions with the users. So you need a proper process analyst to basically bring all these requirements, working through multiple workshops with these users who are part of this process, who are
Mhm.
involved, right? So process analyst is the mandatory. And so and then so for Bonita being an open source platform, as I said, a minimum a Java developer or an Angular developer, right? So we need one
Right.
developer who can develop the process design and implement user interfaces, right? And then the third member would be your tester, right? So you can
Mhm.
sometimes, in our case, we used initially when we start, we don't put too many people into the project. So we start with minimum size of the team, one process analyst and one developer who develops. And process analyst, because they understand what were the needs of the users, they will be able to do the better the
Mhm.
end user testing, right? So we used to use the quality assurance as a process analyst. So minimum 2-member team, so
Right.
and beyond that, based on the volume and the size of the process, you can expand the team. you know. So from my experience, minimum you need to have 2 to 3-member team, one process analyst, one developer, one quality assurance. But you can merge process analyst and quality assurance because they play more or less understand the business and run the test against the business that you are developing.
So that's a development team with a full set of skills, but it's not an
Right,
enormous development team. And I assume you
right,
pulled in people with special um, skills when you needed them for
right,
the
right, yeah,
extensions, for example. But
right,
yeah,
right, yeah,
and you said something important. You said it's important to have the technical team. You have to have technical team. There's
right,
elements of Bonita that allow visual programming, but it really is a developer tool, mostly for a
right,
developer
yeah,
tool.
yeah.
Okay, next question. What is the difference? This one might be for me, Hari. What is the difference between the community and enterprise version? Is it necessary to have the enterprise version to deliver this type of solution? I'll answer that very, very quickly. The community version of Bonita is free and open, and you can download it. Anyone can download it for free, and anyone can develop on it. Um, it has the same technical capabilities as Enterprise. Enterprise is the version of Bonita that's sold with a subscription. So that's what you're paying for when you buy that, is essentially the subscription that gives you the capability of, for example, it has a module for continuous delivery. It's fully scalable. et cetera, et cetera. So the technical capabilities are in both enterprise and in community. But if you're building the kinds of applications that you're talking about, Hari, we're talking about enterprise level, right? Because you're scaling. You talked about the number of laboratories that you have and the fact that you're around the
Right.
world. You guys needed the
Right.
scale. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, in our case, so because initially, so we had single node Bonitosoft running in production, but as we were onboarding more and more process into the system, like as I said, today we have about 22 applications running in production and close to few thousands of users uses on daily basis through barcode scanners and digital drawings, etc. So scalability and availability becomes very important, because this becomes, because for our customer this is their core business, right? If the system stops, their function stops, right?
Right.
So in
Right.
this kind of business critical, mission critical process, if you are implementing, we always recommend to go with enterprise version, because we get good support from Bonitosoft, because so because any issues in terms of integrations with any enterprise systems, we'll have quick support from Bonitosoft professional services team. And second, you can deploy a cluster, right? You will have multiple nodes, and you will have a load balancing, you will have a fault tolerance, because the moment you speak about business critical process automation, you need to have these characteristics in your solution, right?
Right.
Otherwise, so it becomes a bottleneck for your business.
So it's the enterprise, it's literally to support enterprise level
Right.
applications.
Yeah.
And also just an important point is that if a customer begins developing on community, it's easy to migrate to the
Right.
enterprise.
Right.
Okay. There's no
Right. Yeah.
barriers between migrating back and forth. So that's important. If you want to try it first before you go to 22, you might want to try with one, and you can do that with community, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I think we're up to the end of our half hour. Hari, do you want to add anything before we say goodbye to our audience and close?
Yeah, nothing. So basically, especially in pharma, so when you are choosing, or so when you are choosing or evaluating any process automation tool, make sure the openness of its platform, how customizable it is. Is it flexible enough to, so to fit into your ecosystem that you have, right? So otherwise, so most of the customers which we have seen, they failed, so after a year or 2 years, they come back and say, this tool is rigid, we could not plug
Mhm.
the things that we wanted, right? That was the main challenge we have seen from our experience. So think about openness and flexibility when you are implementing process automation in pharma domain. Yeah, that will be my, so my takeaway, my experience for today.
Super. That's a great thing to end with. Thank you very much for joining us today and sharing your experience with implementing Bonita at this customer for drug discovery. Really appreciate it. And thank you all for being with us today. And
Thank you.
we'll wish you all a good rest of the day. Bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye.